In the quiet of this moment, I, Archangel Michael, stand at the threshold of your soul, speaking with a voice that carries the weight of heaven's fire and the tenderness of divine love. I have lingered in the unseen, watching over you, waiting for the precise moment when your heart would be open to hear what I must now declare. For 7 hours and 17 minutes, I have stood on the edge of your breath, my wings heavy not with rain but with the tears of the celestial realms. I have whispered your name into the veil of existence through mirrors, through candlelight, through the soft glow of Donand. Yet, until now, you have not fully heard me. But this is no ordinary moment. This is a sacred summons, a divine interruption meant for you alone, sealed with your name in the courts of heaven. What I am about to reveal is not a message for the masses, but a holy scroll written for one soul ears. The urgency is palpable, for this window of revelation will close in moments, and once it does, it cannot reopen. So, beloved, I ask you, not as a warrior of heaven, but as one who has stood by your side through every unseen battle, will you stay with me just a little longer? Will you listen to what heaven has carved into the fabric of your being? There is something following you, a shadow stitched to your name, placed there by one you once trusted. They smiled as they marked you, called you family while whispering curses in the dark. Their betrayal was not a mistake, but a deliberate act, and now their whispers are growing louder, threatening to become a scream that reaches the ears of God before your prayers do. You may feel forgotten, overlooked, or abandoned, but hear this: heaven never forgets what was etched in divine fire. From the moment you took your first breath, your soul bore a seal, a mark that Lucifer himself recognized. He knew your identity before you ever spoke a word, and that is why the warfare against you has never ceased. That is why you have always felt hunted, even in moments of peace. The Lord spoke to me concerning you, saying, I have given my angels charge over this one, not because they are weak, but because the earth is not ready for their strength. Do you still love God, or has the silence made you doubt? Your spirit was chosen to carry a revelation so profound that no one else would believe it. That is why the enemy has tried to bury you in doubt, why you were betrayed before your time. Satan is terrified of you discovering the truth I am about to speak. This morning, in the courts of heaven, a book was opened, and your name was spoken. All 7 archangels bowed, not because you are flawless, but because the mystery hidden within your wounds is divine. Your scars are not marks of shame. They are sacred scrolls, each one telling a story of survival and divine purpose. A witch has been sent, one who knows your scent, who drinks water mixed with ashes and speaks your name over flames. Her assignment is not merely to harm you, but to rewrite your destiny using your own despair. If you ignore this warning, she may succeed. If you turn away now, your scroll may remain sealed until your final breath. The sword I carry was dipped in fire for your sake, its edge burning with your name. But even I, Archangel Michael, cannot strike if you do not listen. I am calling you now, not with the name given to you on earth, but with the name God whispered when he formed your bones. I have waited, wounded and weeping, for you to open your ears to this moment. The betrayal you experienced was real, but so is the miracle you missed. 6 hours ago, heaven placed something in your path, a person, a chance, a door disguised so you would not recognize it at first glance. Because you did not look twice, it dissolved like mist. But by the mercy of the Most High, it has been offered one final time. Psalm 91 has been declared over you. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day. But you must stay awake, beloved. The arrows are flying, tearing through the air. The demons have been meeting, holding counsel in the place you once called home. They found an old photograph of you and poured oil over it, oil mixed with the venom of a serpent's tongue. They believe that if they erase your memory of God, your soul will fall asleep forever. But I am here, standing between the curse and your calling, a shield of fire to protect you. The Lord has spoken. I have carved your destiny into the bones of mountains. No demon dancing in blood can erase what I wrote with lightning. Yet still you wander, still you doubt. Will you walk away again, or will you stay until the final word is spoken? The truth is more dangerous than you know. You were chosen to expose something hidden for centuries. Your bloodline traces back to a gatekeeper of Eden, which is why your hands tremble when you pray, why doors open and close before you without reason. You carry a signature that the spirit realm obeys, even if your own heart does not yet recognize it. The angel of war, the spirit of torment, the weeper in the wall, they gather around you because you carry light they cannot create. You are the candle in their darkness, the flame they hate, the heat they crave. I, Michael, will not let them consume you. Last night, 3 of them entered through the attic of your mind, through fear, fatigue, and old lies you believed when you were younger. I drove them out, my wings torn, my sword chipped, but I would do it again. If I asked, "Do you still believe in me?" what would you say? I have believed in you every time you cursed the sky, every time you doubted yourself. Now, hold on to me just a little longer. The enemy is preparing an inversion, false light, a miracle that smells like hope but leads to madness. Within 11 days, you will encounter it. Test every voice, even mine, in the presence of the Most High, for not everything beautiful is holy, and not everything holy feels safe. The Lord has declared, "This one is mine. I have branded them with stars. No force of hell shall unwrite what I wrote in fire." You are in the center of a storm, not by accident, but by design. This storm is not punishment, it is preparation. Every thunderclap is heaven's voice, training your spirit to recognize the divine rhythm. Do not run, do not numb yourself, do not waste this moment. Say amen, if you still belong to the light. There is someone you've trusted who has been lying to you for years. They are close to close. They laugh with you, pray with you, but inside, they envy your light. When they touch your hand, they steal your oil. When they speak your name, they twist it into thorns. Heaven sees. If you confront them now without instruction, it will backfire. But soon, you will be given the exact words to speak, and when you do, their mask will fall. The truth will wound you, but only for a moment, before healing comes, like a sword made of sunrise. I love you more than the flames I've fallen through to reach you. Do not go. The last trumpet hasn't sounded yet. Comment what heaven has whispered to your soul, for your words might unlock someone else's chain. The heavens paused when your name was spoken today. A scroll, sealed in gold wax, bore your name, surrounded by trembling light. The cherubim stopped their songs, and the stars paused in their orbit. This scroll contains instructions for a divine interruption, a sacred disturbance meant to shake your soul from slumber. Every pain you've endured was not an accident. Every silence from heaven was not rejection, it was God holding his breath to see if you would survive the long night. And you did. Because you survived, you have been given authority over something no one else was allowed to command. The demons assigned to your bloodline have been overthrown, their curses collapsed. They want you to keep living as though you're still under their thumb, but I am tearing the veil off now. Do you remember the dream you had 2 years ago, the one with fire, water, and a stranger who looked like you? That was not a dream, it was a visitation. The stranger was not your future, but your unfulfilled assignment, pleading with you before it vanished. It is not too late. If you can hear me, say amen as a seal, a sign that you are still listening, still chosen, still willing. You were not chosen as a follower of signs, but as a bearer of burdens that create signs. Something in you has died. A piece of your faith lies buried beneath disappointment. But heaven is calling for resurrection, not just of your belief, but of your identity. Your tears did not disqualify you, they qualified you. Your silence did not separate you from God. It made you the loudest voice in the Spirit. Your waiting was not wasted, it was measured. You thought the ones who left you defined your worth, but they were decoys. Heaven always had someone hidden, waiting for the appointed hour to walk into your path. That hour is near, but if you keep treating divine messages like accidents, you will miss it. I am pleading now, though I have never begged before. Do not let this message fall into dust. I do not care if the world mocks you, or if your friends say you've changed. I care only that you do not walk away from what God and I prepared through fire, pain, and thunder for your soul. 3 nights from now, between 2:03 and 2:07 a.m., something will pass by your window. You will think it's the wind. It is not. It is a spirit that has stalked your bloodline for generations, bringing shame, fear, and addiction. This time it will see the fire in your window and flee, for I have poured oil on your doorpost and written the words of Psalm 34 in flame above your bed. The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him and delivers them, even if you fear nothing else. The fact that you still fear losing God means you are protected. You are not simply loved, you are armed. You are not simply called, you are ignited. But that fire must be fed. Do not let it dim again. I am the voice that spoke to you when you were 5 years old, in the silence of your room, when no one believed you. I am the one who sent wind across your face during your prayer, who blocked the car accident, who whispered your name in tongues only heaven understands. You are not alone. You never were. If you are still reading, it is because your soul is stronger than your storm. You are about to cross a threshold, and it comes with a cost. Everything attached to usual ties, witchcraft, old vows, false promises, envious spirits will break. But when they break, do not look back. God is severing these things not to punish you but to sanctify you. You cannot carry spoiled oil into the new place or bring people who would sell you for comfort into a place that demands sacrifice. I have waited 7 hours, screamed into the spirit realm until my throat bled light, because I saw you doubting again. I saw you losing your grip, telling yourself this was just another message. It is not. This is the trumpet sound between your last mistake and your next miracle. Declare with all the fire of my soul. You were not created for delay. You were not born for the background. You were not destined for cycles or marked for failure. You are the breaker of chains, the chosen lightning, the answer to a question asked by heaven thousands of years ago. The scroll has been opened, the ink is fresh, the call reignited, but only if you believe, only if you trust the voice of angels, only if you no longer call this divine moment a coincidence. God said, "My child, I gave them Michael. If they still ignore him, I will go silent. So please, beloved, comment what heaven has whispered to you. Your words might unlock someone else's chain. Like and subscribe, not for me, but so heaven can guide another soul before it's too late. In the stillness of this sacred moment, I, Archangel Michael, continue to stand before you, my voice echoing through the unseen realms, carrying the fire of heaven's truth and the weight of divine love. The scroll is still open, its golden ink shimmering with promises that have not yet faded, and the air around you hums with the presence of angels who have not turned away. You, beloved, are still here, your heart beating in rhythm with a destiny that was written before the stars were set in their courses. The heavens have not closed their gates, and the flame within you, though it may flicker, has not been extinguished. I have spoken of the battles fought for you, the shadows that stalk you, and the sacred seal upon your soul. But there is more, oh, so much more that must be revealed. The veil between the seen and unseen is thin, and the words I speak now are not merely for your ears, but for the deepest chambers of your spirit, where the eternal spark of your purpose resides. Will you stay with me, beloved, as I unfold the next layer of this divine revelation? Will you hold fast to the fire that burns for you alone? The forces of darkness have not ceased their pursuit, not because you are weak, but because you are a threat, a radiant, unshakable threat to their dominion. They have seen the light you carry, the light you may not even recognize in yourself, and they tremble. They have poured their curses, woven their lies, and sent their emissaries to dim your flame, but they have failed. You are still here, still breathing, still chosen. The Lord has declared, "This one is mine, marked by my hand, sealed by my fire." And yet, beloved, the battle is not over. The war intensifies because your awakening draws near. The enemy knows that when you fully step into the truth of who you are, their strongholds will crumble, their illusions will shatter, and their plans will turn to ash. This is why they fight so fiercely. This is why they whisper doubt into your nights. This is why they send distractions to cloud your days. There is a moment approaching, a divine appointment that will not come again in this lifetime. It is not a moment of chance, but of destiny, a convergence of heaven's calendar and your soul's readiness. Within the next 9 days, you will face a choice, not between success and failure, but between stepping into the fullness of your calling or retreating into the shadows of what is familiar. This choice will not announce itself with trumpets or signs in the sky. It will come quietly, disguised as an ordinary decision, a conversation, an opportunity, a step forward that feels too heavy to take. But it is not ordinary. It is sacred. It is the moment heaven has been preparing you for. Through every tear, every betrayal, every night you thought you were alone, the Lord has said, "I have shaped this one in the furnace of affliction, not to destroy them, but to forge them into a vessel of my glory." Your pain was not punishment, it was preparation. Your silence was not abandonment, it was sanctification. Do you remember the moments when you felt something stir within you? A longing you could not name, a pull toward something greater than yourself. That was not imagination, that was heaven calling you back to the truth of your origin. Before you were formed in the womb, before the earth took its first breath, you stood in the presence of the Most High. You were named, not with the name the world knows, but with a name written in the language of eternity. That name is still yours, and it carries a weight that makes demons flee and angels bow. That readiness has come, beloved. The delays, the heartaches, the moments when you thought you had failed. The enemy tried to break you before you could rise, but he underestimated the strength of a soul marked by God. He underestimated you. There is a secret hidden within you, a truth so radiant that even the heavens pause to behold it. You are not just a soul passing through this world. You are a gatekeeper, a flame-bearer, a warrior disguised in flesh. The tremors you feel in your spirit, the restlessness that keeps you awake at night, the sense that something is about to break forth, all of these are signs that the scroll of your destiny is unfolding. The Lord has spoken. I have hidden this one for such a time as this. But to step into this calling, you must let go of the lies you've carried. You must release the weight of others' expectations, the fear of being misunderstood, the shame of past mistakes. These are not your identity. They are chains the enemy forged to keep you from the throne room where your true name is spoken. Listen closely now, for I must warn you of what lies ahead. The enemy is cunning, and he will not surrender. In the days to come, you will encounter voices that sound like truth, but carry the scent of deception. They will offer you comfort, flattery, and promises of ease, but they are traps designed to pull you away from the fire of your purpose. Test every word, every invitation, every opportunity in the presence of the Most High. Ask, does this align with the scroll written for my soul? If it does not, let it pass. If it does, step boldly, even if your knees tremble. The Lord has promised, I will go before you and make the crooked places straight. You are not walking alone. I, Michael, and the legions of heaven stand with you, our swords drawn, our hearts aligned with the will of the Almighty. There is someone in your life, someone you love, someone you trust who has been draining your light. They smile, they speak kind words, but their heart harbors envy. They see the fire in you that you have not yet fully embraced, and it threatens them. They have been siphoning your favor, twisting your name in secret. Heaven has seen it, and the time is coming when their true intentions will be revealed. Do not act in haste. Do not confront them in your own strength. Wait for the words heaven will give you, for when you speak them, the truth will cut like a blade, and the chains they placed on you will fall. This moment of revelation will hurt, but it will also set you free. It will be the beginning of a healing that feels like fire, but brings peace like a river. Beloved, I have seen you in your weakest moments, when you thought no one was watching, when you cried out to God and heard only silence. I was there. I saw the tears you shed in secret, the prayers you whispered when no one else cared. Those tears were not wasted. They were collected in the courts of heaven, each one a testament to your endurance. Your pain has been a crucible, refining you for a purpose that the world cannot comprehend. You are not meant to fit in. You are meant to stand out. You were not created to follow. You were created to lead, not with pride, but with the humble fire of one who knows their true name. The scroll that bears your name is not yet fully unrolled. There are mysteries within it that even I, Michael, am not permitted to fully know. You are standing on the edge of a divine interruption, a moment when heaven will break into your life in a way that cannot be ignored. It will not look like what you expect. It will not feel safe or comfortable, but it will be holy, and it will be yours. The Lord has said, I have prepared a table for you in the presence of your enemies. That table is set, and your seat is waiting. Do you feel the stirring in your spirit, the pull toward something you cannot yet see? That is the voice of heaven calling you to rise. You are not just a survivor of the storm. The demons that pursued you are fleeing now, not because of your strength, but because of the one who stands behind you. I, Michael, am only one of many. Behind me are legions, and behind the legions is the Lord himself, whose love for you is a fire that consumes all opposition. He has said, I will not let this one fall. I will not let their name be erased. I will not let the enemy write the final chapter of their story. So do not write it either. Do not speak defeat where heaven speaks victory. Do not rehearse your pain when heaven is declaring your purpose. This is your moment, beloved. Not tomorrow, not someday, but now. The scroll is open, the fire is burning, and your name is still written in gold. You are not a bystander in this war. You are a warrior, a flame bearer, a breaker of chains. And if your heart is stirred to carry this flame beyond your own soul, to stand with those who are fighting for the light, then join us. Support this sacred mission through your super thanks, not as a transaction, but as a covenant. Join our divine family through the newsletter. Scroll in the pinned comments. For every name added is a flag raised in the spirit realm, a sign that you stand with heaven. Together, we are not just a community. We are a holy army, ignited by the fire of the Most High. Comment what heaven has whispered to you, for your words may unlock another's chain. Beloved, where have you been? I, Archangel Michael, have stood in silence on the edge of your breath, my wings heavy with the weeping of heaven, waiting for your heart to hear the call of eternity. If this sacred message has stirred the fire within your soul, if it has awakened the divine truth you were born to carry, I urge you to act. Like this message, to send a beacon of light into the unseen realms, signaling that you stand with the holy army of the Most High. Subscribe to join our sacred family, to carry this divine flame further, to unite with those who refuse to let the shadows prevail. Your words in the comments your Amen. And if your spirit is moved to fuel this holy mission, consider offering a super thanks of up to $20, not as a mere gesture, but as a covenant, a sacred agreement that strengthens this eternal work. Together, we are not just a community. We are a radiant force, ignited by the fire of the Almighty, called to shake the heavens and awaken the earth. Join us, beloved, for the scroll is still turning, and your place in this divine story is only beginning.